Hello out there. I am finally back after a little break from having COVID, and we are ready to jump right back into some Stardew Valley here, folks. So, gotta kind of get my bearings back here. It's been 2 weeks, and I've kind of forgotten where we left off. So, we're gonna jump in here, check the weather and our fortune, and then we're going to get out here and we're going to get stuff done today. Hope everybody out there is having a... Whoop, I didn't even read that. Spirits are annoyed. Okay, no mind day today. But I hope everyone out there is having a great Saturday. I'm sorry, Sunday. A great Sunday. I know I'm having a pretty decent day myself. Go back to work for the first time in 2 weeks tomorrow. So... you know, it is what it is, but I'm kind of excited to get back to it because I've been stuck in this house for 2 weeks now, and it's just not, it's not all it's cracked up to be, being a homebody all the time, so it's going to be nice. Speaking of going back to work, I have been giving some thought to the lunchtime fortnight, and I haven't had anything said to me so far about streaming while at work, but I'm anticipating that is coming. So I think we're going to take the lunchtime fortnight and we're going to take that over to Thursday nights. So I won't be doing any more lunchtime streaming, but we will be making that up on Thursdays. So please feel free to come join me there. I'll update my schedule here on Twitch as soon as we're done today. That way it reflects everything back there. So, but anyway, hope you're all having a great weekend. Like I said, it's very cold here where Auntie Bocephus and I live. I think the temperature this morning, we had to go out and do some grocery shopping. First time we were able to get out of the house in a couple of weeks, so we were pretty excited, but it was like 23 degrees according to the thermometer on our car. So definitely not the warmest of days out there. That's okay though. Spring is around the corner and we are ready for it. Sora, hello. How are you doing today, man? It's been a while. Auntie Bocephus and I both came down with that nasty COVID, and that stuff it's not fun. I'll just put it that way. It's not fun having COVID. We both just felt terrible, and if I hack into this microphone here today, I do apologize, but it is not letting up. The cough I've got is just terrible. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. I caught a little bit of one of your streams, but I was coughing so bad I couldn't hear anything that was being said over my own cough. So I stuck around in the background for a few minutes, and then I think I passed out from all the Robitussin I was on. All right. So I'm just taking a peek here to see where we left off in the community center, because I don't really remember. We still need a lot of the ocean fish, specialty fish. Wow, we didn't get very far at all. That's okay though. It's all about having fun here, so we will get there. We're just not there yet. I know we don't have anything for that bulletin board yet. We haven't even done any of these. Wow. Okay, so I know I can do that one. We'll go ahead and get that one out of the way. Get some of that chocolate cake. I don't know if you've ever played this game and eaten that chocolate cake, but that stuff will boost your health all the way back up to full, apparently. I tried it on my mobile version not too long ago, and man, it boosted me all the way back up. What the heck happened there? Clicked the wrong button. So we are still pretty far behind on the community center, but we're going to catch up. All right. Again, if I cough your head off here, I do apologize. That cough just will not seem to go away. It's the cough and a lot of the stomach junk that comes along with it just are not leaving too quick. Auntie Bocephus was actually going to join me on the streams here, but she is dealing with so much of that stuff still that she just can't do it. Oh, right on. Yeah, the updates are pretty good. I haven't really done a whole lot with the Ginger Island. I've only made it to that area on one playthrough so far, and that was on. I guess it was an earlier playthrough that I did before I started streaming, actually, and I couldn't figure much of anything out about it. It was pretty odd, but I'm hoping to get back there on this playthrough very soon and figure out what exactly the deal is with Ginger Island. Man, they're killing me in the mines today. We're gonna leave the mines. I forgot it was a bad luck day. Yeah, so the Ginger Island stuff, I'm looking forward to getting into that stuff, man. I've heard a lot of things about it. I heard a lot of people talking about how great it is, and I just haven't gotten too much of a chance to play through there myself. So it feels weird being back streaming after 2 weeks of not being on here, but I am definitely glad to be back, and I'll get back into the swing of things here. Just gonna take me a few minutes to get my bearings again and figure out what we're doing and where we left off. So I do know we need to sell some stuff to Pierre, and I wonder, is that okay? We can donate that to Gunther also, so we're gonna go do that first. We're gonna donate to Gunther, and then we are gonna hit it up. So are you planning on doing any streaming of Stardew, Sora, or are you just playing it for personal fun? Because I would definitely hop on and watch you play, man. Definitely. Let's see. There we go. No gift for that. Yeah, definitely do that, man. I would absolutely love to watch you play. A lot of the folks that I've been watching recently have been playing Stardew. I think the last time I watched for more than 5 or 10 minutes was back before I had the COVID diagnosis, but starting tomorrow, I'm going to be having it up in the background again while I'm working, just like I used to do, and so I'll definitely be jumping into your streams, and anybody else I come across, I'll jump into their streams too. I know a lot of the folks I watch when I'm at work live in different countries, and so they stream at an early time. But I also like to watch when I get home when I'm just sitting around in the evening. So, well, thank you, Auntie Bocephus. I am glad to be back. Haven't played in about a year. Yeah, I had this game on every format I could possibly get it on, or every platform. And then what was it? What happened? Oh, so I kind of fell out of it for a while and stopped playing. And then when I got this new laptop, I said, you know what, I'm going to try to get back into Stardew. And I haven't been able to put it down. I haven't played a lot of other games since picking Stardew back up. I know I've been doing the lunchtime fortnight, and I don't know if you caught when I first came on here, but that's actually going to change. I'm not going to be doing lunchtime streams anymore. I'm going to be doing Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So, yeah, that's about the only game I play other than Stardew anymore is Fortnite. I did play just a little bit of a newer game that I picked up on Xbox. Having the Game Pass is really nice when they put out newer games. You don't really have to pay for them to try them out. What was the name of that game? Paparazzi. And basically, you just go around and take pictures of dogs. They give you a task, and you're supposed to take certain pictures of certain dogs every day. And so I've been playing that one. It's actually not too fun. It's not complicated, and not complicated is great. Oh, I already have one of those. Okay, so I need to build another chest here real quick. We are running out of room. Yeah, I'm definitely glad to be back and streaming again. That I'm telling you, the COVID, think what you want. I had it last January also, and I got both doses of the vaccine for work, and it's, I don't know don't take my word for it. Make your own opinion. But when I had it last January, it felt like maybe a little bit of a head cold for one day, and then I was fine. I only missed one day of work then. I was working from home at the time, but I took that one day that I felt bad off and just got some rest. And then this time around, it had me down for almost 2 weeks. Last Tuesday, not the one that just passed, but the one before that, is when I started to feel bad. And I was laying in bed, and I started shivering like I was freezing to death. And so I had 2 blankets on me, put a third one on there, still just shivering, couldn't get warm at all. And so realized I had a temperature. So I took my temperature, and it was 102.5. And then the next thing I know, I am just vomiting really, really hard. It's probably the hardest I've vomited in a long time. It's the worst I've felt in a long time. And it just lasted for days and days. And finally started to feel a little better about 2 days ago. And so that's where I'm at now. The cough comes and goes. I don't have a fever anymore. I haven't had one in over a week. Haven't had any other really, really severe symptoms, but that cough just doesn't go away. And it's one of those coughs that almost sounds like you're barking at somebody. So it's really bad. So yeah, definitely take care of yourself out there. Make sure you are not going out and getting yourself exposed to it, because it's just not worth it. It was such a bad experience. I would never do it again if I had the choice. But anyway, lots of interesting things have happened in the world while I've been away. So what was I reading? Oh, so, I live in eastern Tennessee, and apparently there's some kind of, I don't know if it's a strike or what, but Auntie Bocephus and I haven't received mail until today in almost 2 weeks. And I was going to go by my post office tomorrow and find out, what's going on. Is my mailman sick? I haven't gotten any mail. What's up? And I just happened to see a headline this morning that said that all the post offices in the county that we live in are having some kind of staffing shortage, and they're just only delivering one time a week. And there's actually a senator from our area getting involved in it and going around to all these postal offices and basically telling them, you can't keep people's mail. You've got to deliver their mail to them, or at least give them notice or something, because we didn't have a clue what was going on. Just no mail for a week, 2 weeks. Anybody else out there experiencing that? You know what? I have been missing my mail. Whether it's junk mail or not, if it's got my name on it, I want to know what's coming to me. Obviously get a lot of weird offers for credit cards and loans, but I think everybody on the planet gets that. But I was expecting some stuff from work, and I still haven't seen it, so I'm not real sure what's going on there. The whole world is just going crazy these days, I suppose. A prehistoric tibia. Oh, I bet we could donate that to Gunther. We can. All right. So today, I think what we're going to focus on today's stream is just trying to get a little bit more of that community center done. Maybe try to get to summer. We're almost there. We're at day 17, so we got 11 days in game to go. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go. I know we don't need to donate any of this to the community center. We do need some more melons, so let's go buy some melons. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. We'll go buy some melons. And do I have time for melons? Oh, I don't think I have time. Oh no. Well, we're gonna have to skip the melons this go around, I guess. Let's see what's on the bulletin board. We'll do that. We will try to do that anyway. If we can get down to that level, we'll try to get some frost jellies out of the way. Go do some fishing. Oh, I didn't see you there, Lewis. Sorry, buddy. been away for COVID. Remember, you invited me back today. I said so in the heading for this stream. I am way further behind in this than I realized. So let's do a little fishing here, and we'll talk a little talk. So I've been playing a game the last couple of days called Cities Skylines, and if you're an architecture geek like I am, that game is pretty decent. You basically make a city and you try to make it a profitable city. And oh, it is a great game, Sora. I am addicted to that game. I have it on Xbox and on PC, and with Game Pass I can play it on my phone with an Xbox controller, so I can play it anywhere. And I'm just addicted to that game, man. My only problem is, once I get above 20,000 citizens, it starts to get really, really difficult to grow the city without having all kinds of issues. So I'm kind of stuck at that 20 to 30,000 citizens range right now. And I've been following this. It's not really a guide so much as it is just some tips and suggestions for beginners on that game. And laying the city out in a big grid. And that seems to work really well for the traffic. And you grow super fast until you get to that. SimCity is another great game. I played the original SimCity all the way back in like 1995 or 96, whenever it first came out. And I've been addicted to the city builder games ever since then. That game, Civilization, the whole Civilization series. I used to play the original on, I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, but I used to play it on Super Nintendo. And then I've just been hooked on it ever since. Hey, Joe Mama, how you doing, buddy? I haven't heard from you in a while, man. Just, getting in that post-COVID stream today. How's everything going your way, brother? Yeah, those are my favorite kind of games. Those like strategy games, I guess is what they are. Those are just my favorite. I see these bubbles up here. I'm going to go and see if we can't catch something interesting out of that. Oh, they're gone now. Well, there they go. I heard a rumor about this game that when you see those bubbles and you cast out into that, you have a higher chance of catching something. So that's what I try to do when I see the bubbles. I'm hoping we can catch some of those ocean fish that we need for the community center. I saw a tilapia, and I think that's one you need, but I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. We good here, bro. A little chilly. Man, I was just saying a few minutes ago, Joe Mama, that when Auntie Bocephus and I got up this morning to go do some grocery shopping, it was 22 degrees outside. Not exactly my idea of a pleasant morning outside, but it was really weird too, because the grocery store, they normally keep it pretty warm in there, and it was freezing inside today. It was so weird. It was 26. Oh, thank you, Auntie Bocephus. See, it said 22 on my phone, and I couldn't remember if that's actually what it said in the car or not. So it was 26 when we actually got outside. But it's just nuts, man. This Arctic weather can go back north. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Joe Mama. Listen, man, a few years back, I think it was 2014, 2015, somewhere in there, I had to go do some work down in Pennington, Alabama. And Pennington is real far south. It's not quite all the way to the Gulf, but it's pretty close. It's been that low in Texas too, sort of. See, that's crazy to me, because Texas is always, you think of Texas, you think of warm. But we went to Pennington to do some work, and we get into the paper mill, and we're there about 30 minutes or so, and the mill manager comes in and says, hey, you guys are going to have to get out of here. The entire road is already covered in ice. So 30 minutes after we got there, it was doing nothing when we pulled in. 30 minutes later, the whole road's covered in ice. They make us leave. We go back to our hotel, and me and the two guys that I work with ended up spending the next 3 or 4 days sitting in a hotel room because the ice just wasn't going anywhere. Finally, they got the interstate clear, and so we packed up and went back home, and that we had that happen to us 2 or 3 times down there. And that's probably the coldest I've ever experienced as far as I can remember. But I think the average temperature while we were there was about 12 degrees. And it's just not fun, man. It's just not fun. We were lucky that, all the hotels in the area, we were about 30, 45 minutes away from Pennington for our hotel in a little town called Meridian, Mississippi. And we were right at the interstate, so, we didn't have to travel very far to get back on the road to get home. But man, that cold, you had to walk everywhere to go eat, and that cold would just cut right through you. It didn't matter how many layers you had on, it was ice cold. And I don't ever want to do that again. Actually was supposed to go to Henderson, Kentucky last week for a job, but with having COVID, they ended up sending a coworker of mine up there, and they said it was pretty cold and snowy up there too. So I think I dodged a bullet on that one. Anytime I can get away from the cold is a good time for me. We're going to keep that seaweed because we'll need it in a little bit. Actually, do I already have some in here? I already have some in here. We're going to keep it anyway. Ooh, I might have some things in this chest that need to go over into the community center. Let me get a sip here. Yeah, I'm seeing a few things here that definitely need to go. So first off, we need to make a silver bar. I'm sorry, iron, not silver. I always see that and I think silver. Let's go toss that in there. We'll throw these back in the chest. That'll be ready in the morning. But there's quite a few things in here that we can go drop into the community center. We need one of those, one of those. We need those. We need some rocks. Wait, we may have already done the rock and wood. No, we haven't. Okay, good. So we're going to go do that too. Don't mind the cold too much. Man, I'm telling you, I don't know if you've ever been inside of a paper mill, Sora, but the average temperature where we do our job in the paper mills is around 120 to 130 degrees. And I was actually at one back over the summer over in South Carolina, and it was so hot where we were working. My boss, who had been doing this job since the 80s, had to go outside and sit down because it was just so hot he couldn't breathe. And this guy's used to that kind of stuff, so it gets bad in there, man. That's the downside to my job is the temperatures in those places. Luckily, most of the time I get lucky and get to be back at the office, and my job there is to take all the notes that these guys bring back from the mills, and I draw it up in 3D, run piping from equipment and design the equipment in the space we have available. So we'll design a separator tank, and they'll separate out water from steam, and sometimes you just don't have a lot of room to put that stuff into a mill, and so that's my job, to take their notes and fit it where I can and make sure it's something the customer is going to be happy with, but also something that's functional. It sounds interesting, but it can be very boring at times. But at the end of the day, I always tell people my job is like playing a video game all day, because that's basically what it is. I'm playing Tetris with paper machine equipment. So I actually went to school for architecture, and when I think it was 2 or 3 weeks before I was supposed to graduate, well, before I did graduate, they had put out an ad, the company I work for, looking for a new designer. So I said, I'm not technically knowledgeable in mechanical, I'm architectural. And the boss man said, well, you know what? You're the only guy that came and applied that had any kind of hand drawing skills, because my resume, I put hand drawn items in there, and everybody else just did computer generated stuff. And he also said that I didn't have any bad habits he would have to break, so they hired me pretty much right on the spot. And then my very last day at school was my first day working for the company, so it worked out great for me. but I just don't like those mill environments. I'm much happier sitting at the office and being the guy that takes their notes and puts it onto the 3D. Uh, just not a big fan. Not a big fan of the cold, but I'm definitely not a big fan of the heat. I can handle the cold way better than the heat, for sure. Actually, Auntie Bocephus keeps it around 60 degrees in our house year round. And yeah, it doesn't sound that cold, but once you've been in it for too long, your hands go numb. It's awful. Not big on the cold. All right, so I already had that crab pot bundle done, so that crab I have, we can actually go sell. I do miss Auntie Bocephus way too much, man. The longest I've ever had to be out of town, when I first started with the company, I left on a Saturday because corrugator mills are open on Monday through Friday. So Saturday and Sunday is the time you want to go in to do any of the work I do, because their machine is turned off and it's kind of nice and cool in there at that time. But they sent me up to northern Ohio. It was real close to Akron, and that was my first experience in a paper mill, first trip period with the company. But I left on a Saturday, and I think we got back the following Sunday, so I was gone for a little over a week, and that was awful. I hated that. I do not like traveling at all for work. For pleasure, that's a different story. But a good side effect of all the traveling I've had to do is finding interesting places to take Auntie Bocephus. Did a lot of work in Savannah, Georgia a few years ago. Excuse me. And so now Auntie Bocephus and I are planning a trip over there to go visit all the haunted attractions. I'm a big ghost buff. It's not necessarily that I believe that ghosts are real, but I believe that people think they're real, and I'd like to figure out what the heck they're actually seeing when they see this stuff. I've seen some pretty convincing videos, just never really seen anything in person myself that would make me believe in the paranormal. But I want to believe. I want to believe that stuff is real. I want to see it with my own eyes. And that's a big motivation to go to Savannah. Actually, when we went there for work, I had asked the ladies at the hotel I stay at, hey, has anyone ever reported any hauntings in this building? And luckily, the buildings we stayed in, no one had ever reported anything because they were fairly new and hadn't been built over any older buildings that had been demolished or anything. So kind of got lucky there. But we went to a restaurant called Moon River Brewing, and that's been on a couple of the ghost investigation shows that Auntie Bocephus and I used to like to watch. They've gotten a little too fake now, but I went there with one of my coworkers for dinner, and we went up and asked the manager, hey, we heard you guys are haunted. They told us all about it, and then they let us go downstairs and look around for ourselves. We didn't see anything, but it was still pretty cool to get to go down there and see the things we had seen on these TV shows. That's true. When I went, I wanted to go over and sit on that bench where they filmed Forrest Gump, but when you're at a place for work, it's kind of hard to break off and go do that kind of thing. Plus, I was still kind of new on the job at that time, hadn't been out to a lot of mills, and that was probably the second hottest mill I've ever been to. We measured 150 degrees underneath the machine where we were working, and it was so bad that the guy who ran the mill, our contact there, went underneath the machine with us to look at a section of pipe that we needed to replace, and he didn't last 30 seconds under there with me and my supervisor. Me and the supervisor were under there for 10 minutes or more, and that guy he couldn't handle 30 seconds, and he had to run out. But that kind of heat, if you've ever felt it, it just drains the life out of you. So I didn't even go to dinner with the guys I work with. I went back to my hotel room, took a cold shower, ordered pizza, and I was asleep by like 8 p.m. that night. So if you ever thought about going into a hot situation or a job that's real hot, just remember to drink lots of water. And they sell these things called a cooling vest. and they have chemicals in them instead of water, and they freeze, and then they don't start to melt till they get to around 80 degrees, and even at that temperature they melt slowly. So those are a lifesaver if you ever have to go in there, or even one of those thermal suits that they use when they go study volcanoes. But those things are even the cooling vests are expensive. They're like $150, $200 each, but those thermal suits like that are a couple $1,000. I think we have some at our office, but they are only used when we go to. There are a couple of mines out in the desert that we work on in, and so only use those when we have to because they're so expensive. Yes, it's very similar to that, Sora. Very similar to that. The difference is if the machine is running, you can find little spots where there's a breeze and it does kind of feel good. Or you'll find like windows or things that are open and you can go stand at those and those feel really good. But every now and then you get one of those machines where there's no breeze at all, and it's just, it sucks the life out of you. You just, God, there's just no way to describe it. If you've never experienced it, you're not missing anything, I promise you. But it is very similar to that, Sora. I did that back when I was a teenager. My dad worked for a mechanic shop, and they would get these big trucks of tires in, and his boss would pay me in the summer to come up and unload all the tires, stack them up according to size, and just take inventory for him. And man, that was hot too, but I didn't feel like I was going to die when I walked out of that truck. But they did have big fans that would blow air in there if the trucks were parked in the right bays. If we could get Jay Lane up in here, he could comment on some of that for us. He works for a big grocery chain here in East Tennessee, and I guarantee he's had to do a lot of that truck unloading stuff. Actually, I know that he went over the summer up to Virginia and did some training at their corporate office, and they had him moving pallets of stuff in a warehouse that had no air, and he did not look like he was having a good time in the pictures he sent around. They are your special friends, Emily. Why did I do that with her standing right there? Ugh. Anyway, I've been hearing some rumblings in the game world, and well, it's not a rumbling anymore, it's confirmed. Microsoft is buying Activision, but from what I hear, they are going to continue to allow Call of Duty on PlayStation. So Joe Mama, you ain't got nothing to worry about there, buddy. They're going to keep you in the Call of Duty, son. Let's get rid of some of this stuff we got, because we need that for Haley. Okay, I'm going to drop some stuff off in the box. Man, I'll tell you guys, ever since having COVID, my brain is just like in a fog all the time. It's just not fun. Just not fun. So I put out a little clip on Twitter and on Facebook yesterday of me playing a riff from a song. A lot of people are asking me what that was. I hope so, man. There's a lot of issues. What I'm really hoping to see is I'm hoping to see them bring some World of Warcraft and ESO crossover stuff. I love both of those games. I don't play them nearly as much as I'd like to, but they are still fun games. I'd like to see some crossover stuff. But people were asking me what the riff I was playing was. It's from a song called Richie Dagger's Crime, and it's a punk band from the late 70s called The Germs. And if you've ever heard of Pat Smear, he played guitar for Nirvana and for the Foo Fighters. That was the first band he was in as a teenager, and I came across him watching a movie and called The Decline of Western Civilization, and been hooked on that band ever since. They're just a great band. If you ever get a chance to check them out, go do that. The Germs. There's actually a movie they did back in the early 2000s called What We Do Is Secret, and it had Shane West playing the lead singer Darby Crash, and just a great movie. And apparently they liked the job that he did so well that around 2010 or so, the Germs, the surviving Germs, reunited and did a tour with him as their singer. Their lead singer died back in 1980. He unalived himself due to drug abuse. Would be my guess as to why he did it. Not real sure. I don't think anyone knows for sure, but go check them out. They're a good band if you like that kind of music. If you don't like punk music, you probably won't like them, but that's what I listen to. I did not water my plants today. See, that's what I'm talking about, that COVID fog. Can't even remember to water my darn plants. Okay. We'll get these guys taken care of. Get ourselves a little shut-eye. And then I think if we don't have a good luck day tomorrow, we're going to go and cut down some of the stuff here on the farm and try to clear out some room. I'd like to have the whole farm cleared out by the time the next spring rolls around. Okay. We're not doing too bad on money this time around. Last time I remember we were having a little difficulty making that coin, but we seem to be doing pretty decent this go round. Good humor. Okay, so it is going to be a mine day. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow. But before we go to the mines, I like punk, Conway Twitty. I like 80s rock, 80s pop music. If you throw Prince on, I will probably sing and dance, even though I can't do either of those things. But I do like Prince. 90s grunge is where I got my initial taste of rock music. Other than the stuff my dad listened to growing up, Leonard Skinner, Queen, that kind of stuff, but who doesn't like that music? I don't really like to pigeonhole myself as only liking this or that. I like everything. There's really no bad style of music, except for bro country. What is that? Come on, guys. What is bro country, and who thought it was a good idea to put those guys front and center? Oh, man. Having a little trouble with my eyes today. They are a little dry. Okay, we do need that puffer fish, so we're going to buy that. And do I need an eggplant? I don't remember what season the eggplant is. Let's check. Is it fall? It is fall. Okay, well, we're going to buy an eggplant too. Wow, this was a good trip to the traveling sales lady. Okay, let's go drop this off, and then we're going to go to the mines. I'd like to get to the bottom of the mines either in today's episode or Friday's episode. I think wide variety music. Oh man, yeah. So I don't listen to a lot of the Japanese rock and metal, but like anime theme songs and that kind of stuff, I listen to that all the time. Just because I'm a geek when it comes to anime. I like just about anything. I even used to watch all the ones with the subtitles, but as I've gotten older, it's kind of hard to read the subtitles and keep up with what's going on. So now I try to stick to the dubbed over versions. But yeah, love that stuff. Dust sprites. We'll accept that. We're going to the mines, and we know there's going to be some there. Yeah, all that Japanese rock and metal. I heard a lot of it. And a lot of the rock stuff reminds me of the anime stuff. But yeah, there's just no wrong answer when it comes to musical taste. Heck, I even listen to some Frank Sinatra on occasion, Louis Armstrong. I actually played trumpet in high school, so Louis Armstrong is right up my alley. A little bit of everything, really. No bad answers when it comes to music. I think probably the weirdest thing I listen to, though, I like Irish folk music. And if it's in Gaelic, even better. I listen to a lot of that stuff on my drives into work. I used to listen to it at work, but then I discovered Twitch, and now I just like to watch all my friends on Twitch through their streams. Watching other folks and seeing how they conduct their chats and stuff, that's really what I'm into right now, because I'm still trying to learn how to do all this. I'm still trying to get to that affiliate level. I'm almost there. Definitely got the follower goal, and the only one I'm still trying to catch up on is the number of concurrent viewers. So I'm almost to that 3 mark, but I'm still just a tiny little bit shy. But we'll get there. We're going to get there. Can't have no in your heart. Just like Joe Dirt said. Alright, see, there's one of those dust sprots we need to kill. I don't even know what sword I'm using right now, but it doesn't seem to be a very good one. We might have to go visit the Adventurers Guild and try to get a better one. Yeah, I'm thinking that's definitely going to be in our future, because look at all the... Gosh, how many times you got to hit a guy before they go down? That glow ring will come in handy, though. Those are nice. If you don't want to plop down candles every 5 feet, that is. Man, we're just going to go ahead and jump on down another level. There's some more of those dust sprots, so we'll have that goal met right here. Okay, there we go, we got it. So we got to go talk to the wizard, and we got a frozen tear. Nice. We need that frozen tear for the community center bundle. And we'll go ahead and knock you down while we're at it here, Bat. I don't think I can carry anything else right now, though. I think I'm full. Man, I better be careful. I am low on health, and I don't think I brought anything. Actually, I do have one fish I could eat, but it's not cooked. I don't know that it matters. Let's eat it. Yes. We already gave Haley the one she asked for. Yeah, see, it didn't give me much health. Oh, well. Now, why are those bat wings not dropping down? I thought I had a magnet ring, but I guess I don't. That's alright. We're going to grab this amethyst here, and then we're going to head on out. We're going to head back up. And we'll go see if we can visit the wizard today. My fingers are numb right now. So on top of Auntie Bocephus keeping it cold in here, I have a condition called Raynaud's, and basically my extremities, my hands and feet, stay about 10 to 15 degrees colder than the rest of my body all the time, and it's not due to poor circulation or anything. At least that's what all the doctors have told me, but it just makes my hands and stuff freeze. Excuse me. The worst part about this COVID cough is most of the time it's just a dry cough, so it's not even like coughing anything up. It's just dry and nasty. So I'm thinking about, I've got the equipment to record some music, and I thought about possibly recording some to put up on the YouTube channel. I'm not confident enough in my skills to do a live of me playing anything yet. Whoops. I accidentally minimized my screen. Not confident enough to do a live stream of me playing on Twitch, but if I record it, then I can go back in and edit the mix and do all that. So I'm thinking about doing some stuff on there. I know a few Pink Floyd songs, some Johnny Cash, that kind of stuff. Even though one, oh man, I can't remember the name of the band now. Hootie and the Blowfish, that's it. No one Hootie and the Blowfish song, so maybe I'll do that. Trying to write some good stuff too. Well, thank you, Auntie Bocephus. I appreciate that, but you have to say that. You're my wife. But I am trying to write some of my own music right now, and once I start doing that, then I'll definitely be recording and putting that stuff up. May even try to get my friend that I work with who's in a band to do some collaboration with me. He talked about it quite a few times, but we just haven't done it yet. So now that I'm not doing the excuse me, the lunchtime fortnight, maybe he and I can do some lunchtime recording. We do share the office there where I work, so he and I could do that together, and it wouldn't be anything anyone would be bothered by, because we throw on our earbuds and no one else hears anything we're doing. Alright, so I know we need that to go to the community center. Drop off anything we don't need. That's got to go to Gunther. Oh, we're going to put that out. All right. So yeah, I'm still debating on whether I'm going to do Fortnite on the Thursday night streams, or if I'm just going to stick with Stardew Valley all the time. It seems to draw in more people and is more of a crowd pleaser than Fortnite. Plus, I'm not very good at Fortnite. It's not a bad game by any means, but I'm just not real good. Not real good at the hand-eye coordination part of that game. Which is weird. Playing guitar, you gotta have decent hand-eye coordination, but it is what it is. Alright, so the spirits are neutral today. 9 minute. That could be arranged. I don't know about 9 minutes, but man, my father-in-law and I, we like to watch concerts when I'm over at his house sometimes, and he'll point out to me all of the awesome solos that those guys could do back then. You just don't hear that stuff in music these days. Every now and then you'll find a band where they'll do solos, but you just don't get those great 9-10 minute solos like they used to do back in the 70s, man. And this is just a personal opinion, but they just don't make music the way they used to. Everything these days is auto-tuned and overly produced, and you know, while some of it is good, a lot of the time when you overproduce music like that and then you get these people out live, it shows, because they are just not very good live. One example that comes to mind, and this may have changed because it's been 20 years, back in 2001 I went and saw it was Slipknot, Mudvayne, Papa Roach, Linkin Park, and Disturbed. And when Disturbed comes out on the stage, they're playing their instruments, it all sounds good. But when David Draymond, and no offense to him, I think he's a great musician, but when he started to sing, you could definitely tell it was auto-tuned. And man, Band Made Live, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Is that a concert, Sora? And if so, I'm definitely gonna have to look into it. But David Draymond comes out, starts singing, and you could tell they had auto-tuned his voice. It just wasn't very good. And then on the other end of that spectrum, when Chester Bennington starts singing, I mean, you could just hear the talent in his voice, man. He had such a good voice and could sing just about anything. And all the other bands were great too, but I'll never forget that concert because Linkin Park, after their set, the entire band came out into the crowd and walked around shaking hands and saying hi to the audience, and just they spent the entire rest of the show, because they were the first band to go on, they were the newest one of the group. They spent the entire rest of that show talking to fans, and you just don't see that anymore. You just don't see, unless you're paying a fee, bands that'll allow you to talk to them. And I don't get that. Another great... What is going on, Snakes? How are you doing today, man? It is a wonderful Sunday here in East Tennessee, man. Just doing some Stardew Valley Japanese bands. Okay, I'll have to check them out, man. I'm always interested in learning about new music. If it's something I've never heard, I want to at least hear a few of their songs before I judge on whether they're, in my opinion, good or not. And so I'll definitely check them out. We're just chilling here, having some Stardew Valley today, Snakes. We are on Saturday, the 20th of summer, year one here. So we're just getting it rolling, pretty much. I've been playing, I missed the last 2 weeks because of COVID, but this is my 5th episode of Stardew Valley. So we're working on getting a complete playthrough done. I've been playing this game since it came out, and I don't know that I've ever even gotten close to finishing the game. I have ADD really bad, so I get further along in the game and I'm like, it's boring now. But I'm trying to overcome that and trying to stick with it this time around. So if you hear me coughing my head off, I do apologize. I'm still dealing with that stupid COVID cough. That's right. That's right. That's exactly how I feel today. Excuse me. Oh wait, I gotta go deliver this to Shane. You were only the second person to do the sound alerts, Snakes. The last person that did those was Isaiah Punk 101. And that was a while back, so yeah. I didn't know that they were even working, to be honest with you, because when Isaiah did it, I don't think it played anything. Where the heck is Shane? Why is he not at work? I thought he worked every day. Yeah, we're just laid back here, Snakes. We just kind of chill, go with the flow. You know? We like to be all about the positivity here. But I'm about to get unpositive if I don't find Shane. There he is. Alright, I knew I'd find him. Here you go, bud. You're welcome. How much money did you give me? Oh. Well, that was a mistake. It was Sam, not Shane. Oops. It's okay. We got more Earth Crystal. We'll go grab one and give it to Sam. Luckily, I know where to find him. Or at least, I saw him there a minute ago. So, anybody got any streams coming up later today or tomorrow or anything? Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, so this one is a DBZ. When Dean Zielinski left Dean Guitars, he founded DBZ. And I got really extremely lucky and came across this one for sale used on Guitar Center's website. And actually, I didn't even come across it. The guy I work with did when I was looking for a guitar. And so Auntie Bocephus got me that for my birthday about 3 or 4 years ago. And then this guy hanging right... Whoops. Dropped my mouse. This guy right here is a Schecter Demon 6. The black one we call Black Betty. The Schecter we're still trying to come up with a name for. I thought maybe Lilith because that's the only demon name I know. But so the DBZ has the Floyd Rose and passive pickups on it. So it's a great guitar. if you know how to work a Floyd Rose. If you don't, it can be a headache. I always just take it to somebody else to do that one for me. But the Schecter has active pickups, and so I can play a chord and ring it out forever. And if you saw the clip over on Twitter of me playing, I was playing Black Betty. That was a punk song called Richie Dagger's Crime by the Germs. I don't really have any videos up of the Schecter on Twitter, but over on my TikTok, which is also just at Uncle Bocephus Gaming, there's a couple of videos of me playing. On there, I did the little riff from the AC/DC song Thunderstruck, that little opening riff. And then I also have a video of me playing My Own Summer by the Deftones on the Schecter. So yeah, but thank you. I have played guitar since I was about 12 years old, and I absolutely love it. The only thing that I love more than playing guitars is, of course, Auntie Bocephus. Thank you. Yeah, I played in a couple of bands in school, man. Played little metal and little punk. Never went anywhere with it, obviously. But there's a guy I work with, the guy that helped me find that DBZ, and he plays hella good. He's in a band. They're recording an album right now, and I'm taking some little lessons from him on how to play. Oh no, I am not a professional by any means. No, 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 no. No, but I do like to play. I also have a bass guitar, which is right over there. My acoustic right here is a Fender that my dad got me. And then I've got a couple of mandolins and a ukulele. So, not a professional, but I do like to play quite a bit. I can't get in there to him. Well, there goes that one. We can't get that to him for today. I wish I was a professional, though. I really, really wish I knew how to play like even the guy that I work with. I mean, if I could play half as good as him, I would be a happy camper. Nice. Yes, music is powerful, man. Music, if I'm music can absolutely change my entire day. If the right song is played, my entire day just gets better. Anything by Sublime automatically makes my day better. What instruments did you and your wife play? Or do you and your wife play? I played in the band in high school. I played in the high school band. I played trumpet, tuba, trombone, baritone, pretty much any of the brass instruments. But guitar is really where my heart is when it comes to music. Any stringed instrument really, except violin. I can't do the whole bow thing. So, which is weird because my name is Bo. Storm is coming in. Good Monday. And what's the queen going to teach us? The Maki roll. Alright, so we needed to learn that one. We're going to need that for the community center once we can get an upgrade to the house. Okay. Always like the noises these make. Oh, you're messing me up here, buddy. Come on now. Yeah, actually, when Auntie Bocephus and I first met, when we would go out on dates, I would bring her back home and we would sit in her driveway. And now I am in no way, shape, or form a good singer, but I would sing to her every night. So, oh man, yeah, no doubt, man. Metal is my favorite kind of music. I don't know if you can see my tattoos, but I've got Godsmack, Biohazard, Slipknot, and then got the punk on the other arm, got the Dead Kennedys there. But metal music has always had a special place in my heart, man. The first band I ever got into was a band local to where I live called Straight Line Stitch. You can actually find them on YouTube. Um, but man, they were just, I just thought they were the coolest thing ever. Their drummer went to school with me, and that's how I found out about them. But Straight Line Stitch was, and even with the new group they've got in that band, they're great. Oh yeah, so you know who they are. Okay, good. I loved that band, man, and I still like them with their new outfit. I don't think any of the members are in it from back when they were local, but they definitely went places in that band, man. I'd have to say though, yes, yep, they have a female vocalist now. So when I knew them from the local days, they had two male singers. Their names are James and Kevin, and not really sure what happened. They went through a couple of lineup changes. The drummer Patrick Haynes, he stayed with them for a very long time, and then he left and went his own way and has a new band of his own. But Patrick is how I found out about them, and yeah, they're just a good band, man. Back in those days, I used to go to all the local concerts out in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I got to see a little bit of everybody from, let's see, we had Whitechapel. They started here in East Tennessee, so I got to see them before they were famous. Just all kinds of good bands came through Knoxville, man. Korn came through, Manson came through a time or two. Slipknot never came to Knoxville that I'm aware of, but they are my favorite metal band. Always have been, and yeah, actually the guy that I work with, they're kind of more of a groove metal band, almost a little like Pantera. But his band is called No Man's Bid. So if you're looking for new music, definitely go check them out. I know they've got some stuff on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, all the usual spots. So, man, I'm telling you, it used to be. I don't really get out to concerts much anymore just because of my work schedule. But the guy that I work with that's in No Man's Bid, he goes to all kinds of shows around here. He went and saw Zach Wild not very long ago, and actually got to go backstage and meet Zach, and has one of those black and white guitars, and got Zach Wild's autograph. Got another guy's autograph. I can't remember his name, but he's got that Zach Wild guitar just covered in autographs from guys who have played with Zach, and not only in his Black Label Society band, but other bands. And that guy's a true metalhead. He listens to a little bit of everything metal wise, and yeah, definitely go check them out, man. They're a great band. Their drummer recently parted ways with them, so I think they're right now on the hunt for a new drummer. But the rest of the band is still there, and they're a pretty top band, man. Pretty top band. I would definitely, if ever offered the opportunity, play some backup guitar for them. So that's true, man. The drummers are the guys who always go out and look for something different. Oh, I better get out of here. Yeah, the drummers are always the ones that leave, man. I tried to play drums one time, and I just can't do it. My hat's off to anyone who can play the drums, because it is not easy. In my opinion, that's probably the hardest instrument to play, just because you have to be so coordinated, and you have to, I mean, the whole band is looking at you to keep everyone else in time. So if you're off, everything's off. Okay, I'm going to drop this stuff in the chest here. I don't think we're going to meet Sam today. We're going to fail that quest, but it's alright. Okay, put this other stuff in here. And then I am going to go hit a restroom break, folks. So I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. Now I gotta get some rest, because if I don't, I'm not gonna be able to do anything the next day here. Awesome. Thanks for stopping in, Snakes. It's always a pleasure having new folks drop in and hang out and say hi. You know, I try to just be chill and relaxed and welcome everybody in here. So drop on back in anytime, brother. And I'll try to catch one of your streams next time you're on. Clear and sunny tomorrow. Oh, it's a good day to go to the mines. Alright, so we're gonna... So I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna try to hang out until the Adventurers Guild opens so that I can upgrade my sword, because that sword I've got is just... Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong mouse click. Anyway, the sword I've got is not very good for down in the mines, so we're gonna try to get a new one. Oh, and I just realized I missed the traveling sales lady yesterday. Well, it happens. It happens. We're not gonna let it get us down. Oh man, I got the hiccups a little bit today. All right. So if you are out there watching, I think we're probably going to go till about 3:30 today instead of going all the way to 4, just because I am quickly losing my breath from talking here, and nobody wants to watch a stream if I'm not talking. So I also feel that wicked nasty cough coming back. I'm telling you, folks, if you ever catch COVID, invest in some Robitussin. Auntie Bocephus and I have gone through probably 6 bottles in the last 2 weeks, but if I didn't have it, I would probably be hacking a lot more than I am. So I still want to thank everyone who has stopped in and said hi today, and everyone who's still out here watching. And you know, I'm no longer going to be doing the lunchtime Fortnite streams, just because I'm kind of nervous that I'm going to get in trouble at work for doing that on the company's internet. I don't want them to get mad at me for sucking up bandwidth, so we're going to move that to Thursday nights. We're going to do Thursday night Fortnite. I think is what we're going to do. You know, I still haven't 100% decided on that yet. That's probably what it's going to end up being, Thursday night Fortnite. And then we'll still do Stardew Valley Friday nights and Sundays. So it really is the only thing that helps, Auntie Bocephus. And I heard you sneeze from the other room there. Bless you. But yeah, it's the only thing that really helps is the Robitussin. They even gave me some prescription strength cough syrup, and that stuff, it helped a little bit, but it was no better than the Robitussin, honestly. So, you know. Oh, and the Chloraseptic cough drops are very good, but they only help while you have one in your mouth. So they come in handy in a little pinch there, but they don't help all the time. So if you're looking for anything that might help, there you go. Those are a couple of things that we found that helped us for at least a little bit. Can I go in here? Nope, I am not good enough friends with her. I don't know if she comes out on rainy days. Man, all these people request things and then you can't give them to them. Well, nothing we can really do about it. You're welcome, Auntie Bocephus. So let's keep going. We're gonna go ahead and go to the mines, and then we'll come back out and get to the. I'm getting a phone call, but we are gonna just ignore it for now. We'll come back out, go to the Adventurers Guild, and snag ourselves a better weapon. Surely with 6,500 coin we can get something. I know the Templar blade is like 4,000, I think. So if we can get that, we'll be doing good. They don't open until 2, and I don't want to waste any more time just running around doing nothing. So we'll go down and then come back. Man, we're still stuck on that 45. It's alright, we'll get it. Let's get you, buddy. Man, there's a lot of critters down here today. Oh, there we go. Okay. Welcome viewers. If it's your first time checking me out here, I do Stardew Valley every Friday and Sunday. Sundays is 2 to 4. Fridays is 6 to 8. Sometimes 9 if I'm feeling pretty good at night, don't want to go to bed early. Today's stream, however, will be ending here in just a little bit, but only because I'm still getting over the COVID, and I'm just having a hard time breathing today, really, coughing a lot. So, but feel free to stick around if you like what you see. I do have a YouTube channel where I upload all these videos, so you can always get caught up. Today is episode number 5 of Stardew Valley, so there are 4 over on YouTube, and then this one will be up later this evening. I'll upload them all within 24 hours of the stream, unless unforeseen events prevent me from doing that. So yeah, welcome in. Hi there. Hi, Miss Kitten. How are you doing? How are you doing? It has been a while. I am struggling with this getting over COVID stuff, so it is good to see you up in here, though. It's always nice to have folk come in and say hi. Yeah, Auntie Bocephus and I had COVID for the last 2 weeks, and that stuff is no joke. Auntie Bocephus definitely had the worst case of the 2. Oh, thank you. I'm actually feeling a whole lot better than I was, believe it or not. Right now I'm just dealing with the lingering cough that doesn't seem to want to go away. I was just saying a minute ago, you know, we've gone through like 6 bottles of Robitussin in 2 weeks, and I just can't shake the cough. And it's not even a productive cough. I'm not coughing anything up. It's all dry. So, I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better, though. I go back to work I start work again tomorrow from home, but then they're letting me come back into my office on Tuesday, and I'm hoping that I don't scare them all into making me work from home again with this cough, because it gets bad at times. Oh no, oh man, you know, I used to have really bad toothaches, so I know exactly what you're going through there, and it is never fun. I feel really bad for anyone who has a toothache anytime. Hopefully that gets better for you soon. What Auntie Bocephus and I used to do is, and this is a trick that we learned on the internet, if you take 2 Tylenol and 4 ibuprofen, the pain relief that you get from that is supposed to be equal to taking prescription strength painkillers. So if you got access to Tylenol and ibuprofen, maybe give that a shot. It used to work for us a lot. So yeah, sorry to hear you're dealing with that. I think Auntie Bocephus, you know, with the strain of COVID we had, it was the Omicron, and it was all up in our sinuses, and she was having one of those pseudo toothaches from sinus issues, and man, there's just no fun at all in a toothache ever. They are the worst, Auntie Bocephus. I feel bad for anybody that's dealing with a toothache. Ugh. Mine used to be really bad. I used to get like big swollen spots on the side of my face from them, and actually had to go in and do some oral surgery on me to get it taken care of. But man, before that, it was just the worst kind of pain. Alright, I think we're going to clear off a little bit of land here today. You're very welcome. Let's see. Man, I haven't cleared off much of this land at all, it would appear. Excuse me. These coughs I'm having today are nowhere near as bad as they were, though. I will say that. I was coughing so bad that my whole face was turning red. I used to tell everyone I was practicing to be a circus seal because it sounded that bad. But at least it's getting a little better. I hear these effects can linger for weeks, but hopefully that's not the case. Guess we'll find out over time. All right. So yeah, we're gonna end today's stream here in about 15 minutes, guys. Just because I am gonna need to go and do, I think, another dose of Robitussin, and possibly have to hit some inhaler today. I haven't felt really bad in a few days, but today definitely feels like if I don't get this breathing under control, that it might turn into a bad day, and nobody wants that. I know Auntie Bocephus is still dealing with a lot of the stomach issues that came along with the COVID, and I really only had stomach issues for I think a day. Most of mine was cough and sinus related, but man, that first night, when I found out I was sick, I felt fine, went to bed, and about 2:30 in the morning I wake up freezing to death. So I've got 3 blankets on me, shivering. Check my temperature, it was 102.5, and so nothing you can really do. I took some Tylenol to try to get it to go down, and then the next thing I know, I'm running to the restroom because I'm vomiting, and that lasted that one night, and then that was the worst symptoms I had, and it got a little better from there, except for that cough. And I completely forgot what I was saying a few minutes ago, but yeah, so these videos all go on the YouTube channel. It's just Uncle Bocephus over there, and you'll know it's me because of that green background with my ugly mug on it. And I'm thinking about doing some guitar videos, possibly. I put one out on Twitter a couple days ago. If you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen that, or even on Facebook. I put them on there too. But I'm thinking about doing some little short guitar, maybe some mandolin or ukulele videos to put out. I'm not confident enough in my skills just yet to do a live on here of me playing any music, but I definitely feel confident enough to pre-record it, because then I can control what happens. But yeah, go check it out. Let me know what you think. I think on TikTok I've also got some videos up of some metal songs and a couple of punk songs, so check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Should I stick with the gaming? Should I add in some guitar stuff? Well, what do you guys think? As you can see, I've got guitars behind me here. Auntie Bocephus has always encouraged my guitar playing. Started playing when I was about 12. Mom bought me my first guitar. Dad bought me the tablature books to learn. So both my parents encouraged me to play, but I just love playing music. I've always loved it and always will. Alright, so I don't think there's much else we can get done today. We're going to sell some of this stuff. I do know we need one more of those. We don't need that. Don't need those. We're going to need that hot pepper when George comes calling in a bit. So we're going to throw it, not in this one, but we will put the things we can in here. Need to clean up those chests. I hate having things just thrown into these chests in this game, but sometimes you just got to put it where you can put it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the ocean and try to No, we'll go to the river. We're going to go to the river and try to catch some fish. After we see what's in this artifact hole. Clay. It's always some clay. Excuse me. Yeah, I can feel those sinuses starting to get stopped up again. And there's just nothing you can do about it. Well, the Robitussin helps with the cough, but when it comes to the sinuses, I've been using nasal spray. I've been using like allergy medicines and sinus relief medicines, and just nothing helps with it. So I pray that none of you out there have to suffer with this junk, because it is not good. It could be my wheezing too, Auntie Bocephus. I'm starting to get a little wheeze going on myself, and it feels like my voice is trying to go out again. Hopefully it's not. A couple days ago, no one would have been able to hear me on here because my voice was so hoarse. But again, I think that's just from all the coughing. Man, that Omicron, it's not as bad as the Delta variant from what I've been told. And Auntie Bocephus and I are both fully vaccinated, but it is still not fun by any means. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Let's see if we can catch a couple of fish here before the day ends. Hope everyone's having a great weekend out there. I know my weekend's a whole lot better than it was last weekend. Last weekend was when I was really feeling bad. I don't think Auntie Bocephus and I left our recliners for days. We just kind of laid in our recliners with blankets on us and pillows. And if one of us got up, we would ask if the other needed water or medicine or anything, and try to take care of each other. And that's really all you can do, is rest, stay hydrated, and try not to overexert yourself, because that is not going to help in any way. The fish are slow to bite today, apparently. That's alright though. We're going to keep trying until we get some. While we wait, time for a drink. Speaking of hydrating. Oh, I missed that one. Well, the doctor recommended to me Powerade and water. He told me to drink Powerade and drink a glass of water, and then drink 8 ounces of Powerade, and then drink another glass of water. So if you do happen to come down with this, that's another little tip for you guys. Stay fully hydrated, because it does help. It absolutely does help. Skeletal tail. I have never seen that before. I played this game for years and never seen that artifact before. But I have seen a broken CD. This game is just so relaxing. The sounds. I'd play the music, but when I play the music, even though it's part of the game, YouTube will mute my videos. So you have to mute the music. But even the music of this game, sometimes I'll listen to the soundtrack when I'm sitting at work, and man, it just relaxes you. Just kind of melts away all the stress. Well, I don't think I'm going to catch any more fish. I think all I'm going to get is junk. That's okay though. We'll throw it away and try it again the next time. Excuse me. What are we going to get here? I bet this is going to be a flounder. Nope, I was wrong. It's a tuna. It's actually a fish we need for the community center. So that's very shocking. It's weird. This playthrough of this game, I've had the best luck with catching the fish that I need for that community center. The very first fish I caught, the very first fish, episode 1, was the catfish, and usually that's one of the last ones I'm able to get for the community center. So getting that tuna was pretty nice. Now I think all we have left for the ocean fish bundle is the red snapper, and I think you can only catch that on rainy days. And it may even be just rainy days in certain seasons. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the wiki on that one. If you do play Stardew and you got questions, that wiki is a great place to learn where to find things, when to find things, and even when to find people. Like, it'll list out the schedule of all of the townspeople, so you'll know exactly where they are on any given day. And it does change based on the weather conditions, so that, you know, just got to check it often. I'm going to toss some of this stuff. We don't need you or you or you. We don't need the sea urchin. Don't need the coral. Yeah, we don't need any of that. We got to keep the rainbow shell, though, because I know we're going to need that for the Mr. I don't know if it is Mr. QI, Mr. Key, Mr. Kai. I always referred to him as Mr. Key until I heard other people who played this game call him different things, and that's where the doubt crept into my mind about it. So we're just going to call him Mr. Key for now. And we're going to go in here and get ourselves some shut-eye. And I believe this is where we are going to end it today, folks. I do want to thank everybody for stopping in, saying hi, and hanging out for a few minutes. I'll be back on Thursday night with some Fortnite. We'll be doing Fortnite Thursday nights starting at 6 p.m. And then Friday nights starting at 6 p.m. we do Stardew Valley. And then Sundays we do Stardew Valley 2 to 4. Normally I go to 4 on Sundays, but trying to take it easy, kind of ease my way back into it. The more I talk, the more my voice feels like it's starting to go. So thank you, Auntie Bocephus. I appreciate it. Thank you to Miss Simmer Kitten. Thank you to Games with Snakes. And thank you to Joe Mama. And also a big thank you to Sora Evie for stopping in, saying hi. And then any of you lurkers out there, whether you're lurking or you're a return customer just not saying anything, thank you for hopping in and hanging out and saying hi today. Like I said, I'll be back Thursday, Friday, and next Sunday. So swing on back by, say hi. If you want to follow me on, I hit the be right back. I'm sorry, this is the one I meant to I meant to hit the end stream. Sorry, still trying to get back in it. If you want to follow me on any of my other social medias, they're all right here. There's YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. This picture down in the bottom left corner, the circle with my face in it, that's what you're going to see on any of those you go to, and that's how you'll know you've found me. So once again, thank you all. Yeah, thank you, Kitten, and I hope your tooth gets better. That stuff is always a pain, and I'm saying a little prayer that you get some relief from that. So again, thank everybody for hopping in, and we'll see you guys back here next time. See you later.